What if the moon suddenly vanished? If the moon disappeared tonight, the earth wouldn't just lose tides, it would spiral into chaos. What if the moon suddenly vanished tonight, creating a silent, inky blackness where our familiar lunar friend once shone so brilliantly across the night sky? It's a terrifying thought experiment, isn't it? Prompting us to consider the intricate and surprisingly delicate balance that holds our planet together, a balance we often take for granted. Let's be honest, the moon isn't just a pretty celestial decoration, it's a fundamental player in shaping nearly every aspect of life on Earth, influencing everything from the rhythms of our oceans to the very length of our days. Imagine a world without the moon's gentle gravitational pull, a world where the tides, those mesmerizing movements of the ocean, would cease to exist in the way we understand them, drastically altering coastal ecosystems. The tides are primarily caused by the moon's gravity pulling on the water of our oceans, creating a bulge on the side facing the moon and another on the opposite side. And without that pull, these bulges would disappear, dramatically changing the distribution of water across the globe. Coastal communities that rely on tides for fishing, transportation, and even just the beauty of the shoreline would face unprecedented challenges and a complete upheaval of their way of life, struggling to adapt to a dramatically altered environment. Think about the vital role the tides play in nutrient distribution in marine ecosystems. These movements bring up deep ocean water rich with nutrients, fueling the growth of phytoplankton, the base of the food chain for countless marine animals. And without the tides, this essential process would be severely disrupted. But the consequences wouldn't stop at the oceans. The moon's gravitational influence also subtly stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, the angle at which our planet is tilted on its axis. And this tilt is responsible for our seasons, creating the distinct changes in temperature and daylight hours we experience throughout the year. If the moon were to vanish, this axial tilt, currently at around 23.5 degrees, could wobble significantly, potentially shifting to as much as 85 degrees over tens of thousands of years, leading to extreme and unpredictable climate changes across the globe. Picture a world with widely fluctuating seasons, some areas experiencing prolonged periods of intense heat and sunlight, while others plunged into extended frigid darkness, completely destabilizing agriculture and challenging the survival of countless species. Scientists believe that the moon played a crucial role in stabilizing Earth's climate during the early stages of its formation, preventing our planet from spiraling out of control and becoming a chaotic, uninhabitable world. And removing this stabilizing force could unravel the delicate equilibrium we've enjoyed for billions of years. Beyond climate, the moon also exerts a tiny but measurable influence on our own planet's rotation, subtly slowing it down over vast periods, and a sudden loss of this influence could accelerate Earth's rotation, shortening our days and dramatically increasing the speed at which we spin on our axis. Imagine days lasting only 18 hours, with winds intensifying and weather patterns becoming even more erratic and unpredictable, creating some of the most violent and devastating storms ever conceived. It's worth considering that the moon's disappearance wouldn't happen instantaneously. The initial effect would be a gradual slowing of the Earth's rotation. But as the gravitational connection weakened, the consequences would become increasingly pronounced and widespread. Let's delve into the scientific implications a bit further. The moon's mass is approximately 1% of the Earth's mass, but its gravitational influence is significant due to its proximity. And this precise balance is what has shaped our planet's destiny for millennia. Now, let's entertain a truly wild thought. The sudden absence of the moon could trigger massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, as the shift in Earth's internal stresses could destabilize tectonic plates, unleashing unimaginable geological upheaval. While scientists aren't entirely sure of the exact mechanisms involved, there's growing evidence suggesting a connection between lunar cycles and seismic activity, a connection that would be dramatically amplified by the moon's complete disappearance. It's fascinating to ponder the potential impact on human psychology. For centuries, the moon has been woven into our myths, legends, and folklore, inspiring countless works of art and literature, and its loss would undoubtedly leave a profound void in our cultural consciousness. The symbolism of the moon's sigh, its association with femininity, intuition, and the rhythms of nature's sigh would vanish, fundamentally altering our relationship with the natural world and our understanding of ourselves. Furthermore, the disruption to global communication and navigation systems reliant on the moon's predictable position in the sky, would create chaos and hinder our ability to respond to emergencies. Think about the countless satellites orbiting Earth, many of which rely on the moon's gravitational influence for their positioning and navigation, and their malfunction or loss of signal could have devastating consequences for global infrastructure. The removal of the moon represents not just a physical loss, but a fundamental disruption of the intricate web of interconnected systems that sustain life on Earth, revealing just how vulnerable we truly are to changes in the cosmos. Considering the immense scale of these potential consequences, it's truly humbling to recognize the profound and often invisible role the moon plays in our everyday lives, highlighting the delicate balance that governs our world. While the disappearance of the moon is a purely hypothetical scenario, it serves as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of protecting our planet's natural systems. Ultimately, contemplating this thought experiment forces us to appreciate the sheer luck that has allowed life to flourish on Earth. A luck sustained by the ongoing subtle influence of a celestial companion we often take for granted.